Welcome back, everyone, to the Under-14 edition of the coaching announcements for the Bulleen Boomers Junior Championship program. Joining me today is Matt Radatti, head coach of our Under-14s program. Matt, welcome.
Thanks, Peter. Thank you.
We appreciate your time. I know you're flat out busy at work and so forth, so you've taken some time out of your day to have a quick chat with us. Yes. I just want to ask you a couple of questions to give our members and some of those prospective representative players a little bit of a chance to get an understanding of who you are and what makes you tick, and a little bit about your experience as well.
Okay.
You've been around VJBL for 15 years at all levels, including VC divisions and so forth. What do you look forward to most when it comes to coaching juniors?
I suppose the main thing I like seeing is seeing the players grow and develop their skills and confidence so that they become better athletes and more confident individuals in general. That's one important point. And just seeing their genuine enthusiasm and passion, that they show at training, at the games, and seeing the enjoyment they get out of playing. They're the two main things that come to mind for me.
Sensational. So with your experience, you've had involvement in the NITP, SDP, whatever you want to call it now.
Yes.
You've had coaching experience with the Southern Cross Challenge and further support roles in state team trials.
Yes.
What is it that you look for in players when they come to rep trials? What is it that you're going to be looking for in these kids?
Okay. I mean, I suppose, the obvious thing that a lot of coaches will look for is, the obvious natural skills they have with ball handling and so on. But some of the other things that I like to look for is players that give effort and play with intensity, just players that want the ball, show confidence and show some level of responsibility and leadership is one area that I look at. I like players that talk and communicate on the court. By doing that, that shows confidence and leadership in that player. I also like players that are creative and like to take some risks. And I suppose play without fear of making a mistake. I like that in players. I do like players that obviously get up and down the court in offensive and defensive transition. And then other things, I suppose are as important is what they do off the ball. So it's not just, what they're doing with the ball in their hands, it's what they do off the ball. So some players, that they may be setting a screen for their teammate to get them open, or they're helping out in defense. They're probably the main points that I would look at players during trials.
That's a fair point. You look at the game last night, Boomers versus Nigeria.
Yes.
And it was a tale of two halves, really. You looked in that first half, and it seemed to be everyone was trying to create something for themselves, whereas in the second half of the game, there was a lot better ball movement, a lot better off-the-ball screens, a lot more teamwork being involved. And as a result, the result spoke for itself. So it's good that you point out that it's just not necessarily about the individual scoring and so forth, that there is more involved in basketball than that. And when it comes to trials, it's right across the board that we're focused on, not just scoring.
Yeah, correct. I look at a lot of different things, and I think a lot of players would just assume, well, if I'm scoring, I'm doing well. But like you said, Pete, there's a lot more to it than just scoring.
Certainly is.
It's just as important to defend baskets than score baskets.
Yeah, exactly right. So what advice could you provide young athletes and their parents who are considering right now the jump from domestic basketball to representative basketball this year?
Okay. I suppose, look, one thing they have to keep in mind that going to representative basketball, it's a big commitment that involves dedication and a lot of hard work and a level of responsibility from both the players and the parents. I think, going into it, it's important that they ask their coach a lot of questions because that's going to help with their learning and their progress. And just, I suppose play with effort, play with intensity, just try your hardest. But, whether it's domestic, whether it's rep, the most important thing is, just to have fun and enjoy playing. A lot of them sort of, a bit hesitant jumping into rep ball, but at the end of the day, once they're in there for a couple of weeks, and they're out there having fun and enjoying it, that's the most important thing. And then I suppose for parents, I think they really need to have faith and confidence in the coaches and let them do their job. but be very supportive of your child and, you know, create a positive and fun learning environment for them. So that's my advice. Yeah.
That's great advice, Matt. We appreciate your dedication, your skill and your ability that you so genuinely provide to all of our athletes, and you have for quite many years at Bulleen. So on behalf of the club, thank you for your contributions over the years, and thank you for accepting the reappointment, and congratulations.
No worries. Thank you, Peter. Thanks for your time.
All right, have a sensational day.
You too. Thanks, Pete.
Thanks,
bye.